Hey, y'all, come on, get in here. Come on and get in here, please, and thank you. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So, look, we back because we got to talk about a couple of things. Now, I think I told y'all yesterday that it was some stuff I wanted to go over, but I didn't want to end up in here all night long on last night's stream. Plus, I think like once the streams go too long, then people like lose track of what you be saying. And people fall asleep, then they gotta try to watch it back 3 or 4 times to get the whole thing. It just, to me, it don't seem like a good idea. So we back today because we got to talk about some stuff. And I'm kind of glad we were able to come back the next day and kind of sit with some of this, because once you let some of this sit, oh Lord, I know I'm sick, but even I got to put a comb in it at this point. God dang, even me. And y'all know I hate to comb my head, but golly. um It was so bad even I had to do something. Y'all forgive me. But I'm glad we had like a day to sit with it, because we were able to kind of see, how things played out, how people was going, act, how they were going to take things, just basically which way it was going to go. And things have gotten kind of interesting. Like for one, the conversation that has been being had around Shamea's daughter and whatnot, and how I'm seeing people try to dress this up like it's okay for that hooker to be making slick comments about the child not even being sick and all that, and doing all this, vocabulary gymnastics to try to make it okay that this hooker was talking about the health of this child. And oh, she was just talking about her parenting. No, you did a little more than talk about her parenting. Okay, you did a little more than that, right? But that's neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. What I think is just interesting is, that conversation. So we're going to get into that and a couple of other things. I promise you we are. Megaline Lamar, hey sis, thank you for being like number 2. Bianca the Beautiful is in the chat. Happy Friday. She's telling y'all to get your snacks, get your seats, hit the like button, because we about to talk about these people, okay? Auntie Eva, thank you for being like number 6. I appreciate you, appreciate you. Brianna King, hey cutie pie. Happy Monday. It's a Monday. It's a good Monday too. I wish I felt better, but it's a good Monday. Makeup addict, how you doing? Lulu's little girl, that's my sis. Hey girl, thank you for being number 9. When you talked to me earlier, I actually felt better than I feel right now. I hope that lets you know where your girl is at. I feel like my eyes feel puffy. Quiet Storm, hey boo. Thank you for being like number 10. Tell our princess we said hello. Nina GZ, hey girl, thank you for being 11. I appreciate you. Y'all come in, get comfortable, hit the like button. Don't forget your engagement button. Circle with the heart emoji, send up my bubbles. Hey, Miss Lovely T, thank you for being number 12. Sweetness Johnson, what's cracking? Thank you for being number 14. I appreciate you. I do. D Crazy DS is here to run that reflection corner, and she is number 12. I appreciate it. Sean Living Life, how you doing? Thank you for being number 10, nephew. Listen, I'm trying to shake it off. I'm doing a lot of shaking, but it ain't coming off. But I'm trying to shake it off. Thank y'all for, any thoughts, good positive thoughts and prayers that y'all sent. I appreciate it. Sent 58. Thank you for being number 18. Thank you, thank you. My sweet is 19. How you doing, boo? Good to see you. Aries Sun is 23, and so is my girl Amanda K. How you doing? Inell number 19. How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. My Christian Key is here. All right. Tennessee's finest is in the house. She's number 22, and I appreciate you. Carice Gold. Oh, this is her first time live talking to us. I need y'all to spam the chat with the word welcome for Carice. Isn't she pretty? Oh, look at the girl. Look at the pretty girl. Hey, girl. How you doing? Good to see you and welcome, okay? Make sure you subscribe and come back, because I don't want this to be the last time, and I'm going to put my welcome in the chat for you too. Deborah Randall is here. All right, this is our Housewives Gossip Regulator. She makes sure we on point. Thank you for being number 25, Deborah. Hey, Gifty. Right, Gifty. I'm telling you, we're going to talk about that because I think it's weird. Oh, I didn't forget my ginger tea. I got the water hot and everything, Nina. Look, the ginger tea is right here. Like it's pure ginger too. Like it's super strong. Even when you just open the bag to grab one of the tea bags, and I'm double bagging every cup of tea that I have, it's real strong. Like strong, strong. Like your grandmama's ginger. Like it's real. It's so real. But yeah, I got it ready. I just ain't pull up because I didn't want my tea to start cooling off before I start running my mouth. Thankful life. Thank you for being number 29. I appreciate you. Lexi Lean. Lexi Lean, Lexi Lean. How are you? It's so good to see you. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. And thank y'all for spamming the chat with the word welcome for our good sis. Mo, hey boo, thank you for being 31. I appreciate that. Dana Brown is 33. Thank you, thank you. All the way from Trinidad and Tobago. All right. Oh, I'm glad you're already a subscriber. Okay, well, welcome. Now we can officially welcome you. You've been here for 2 weeks, and it's your first time talking with us, and I'm glad you are. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. We're glad to have you. There's some pretty ladies over there in Trinidad and Tobago. I'm adding honey. I don't want no lemon because that lemon burns my throat. Maybe later, but not right now. Not if y'all want me to be able to talk. Miss Nisi, thank you for being 35. Miss J, how you doing? Thank you so much. Thank you for being 33. So listen, y'all know the ropes and how we do. Makeup addicts say Trinity to the bone. It's some pretty girls over there. Shout out to you. Y'all know the ropes. If you must curse in my chat, please misspell your curse words. I'm not gonna tell you not to cuss, but I just don't want to smoke with YouTube, okay? No bickering, arguing. Everybody should respect everybody else in here. We're here to talk about these people, not each other, okay? Remember that your fave might not be somebody else's and vice versa. Remember that any of your faves are never gonna be mine. I don't like none of these people. I'm here to talk about what they're doing and the implications of what they're doing. Period. Okay? And gossip for gossip's sake, because we're women and that's kind of what we do. We gossip, right? Also, make sure you hit the like button, put your like number in the chat. All right. Depending on how the stream go, if my numbers right, we might do the like lottery. Like last night, I wanted to because the numbers was right, but we got too busy talking about stuff, and I really couldn't even keep up with the chat, to be honest with you. And I didn't have Peanut to help me because she went to see Beyonce, but she's on her way back to Tallahassee, and I might share a couple of pictures in Discord so y'all can see Mama's baby. Okay. Anywho, I know that was not part of the housekeeping, but I be telling everything. I just can't hold nothing. But what else? Ooh, make sure that you like the video, share the video, use your engagement button, send up the bubbles. Yeah, we got the disclaimers out of the way, the cursing out of the way, misspell it if you must do it, because it's serious. Like the other night when we were up late and we were looking at the young lady who kind of she didn't really go viral. She got a lot of attention though. Remember the one who said her baby daddy cheated on her with his own mama and the mama was pregnant? Baby, I had a whole yellow. Like they usually have green if it's good, yellow if it's limited or whatever. They had me on yellow halfway through that stream because that girl cursed just that much, okay? So that's why I be telling y'all just misspell it if you have to say it, okay? Hey, Brandon. Yes. Caught alive 2 nights in a row. I know that's right. Thank you for being like number 40. Ain't nothing like a break. Miss Dogan to you. Hey, sis. Thank you for being number 43. Okay, let me pour the hot water because I think we ready. I believe we ready. Okay. Hold on. Just double checking, making sure I ain't missed nothing. Okay, good. Let me pour my hot water. Okay, we're gonna let that tea steep a little bit, and we're gonna get into what we're talking about. X, how you doing? Good to see you, Auntie Eva. Hey, yeah, she is. I warned y'all ahead of time that she is not only proficient, she is fluent in her cursing. That young lady has advanced cursing skills. Okay. Before I met the Lord, I was good, but I wasn't that good at cursing. Like she's wonderful. She's par excellence. Okay. Amanda says, why I haven't really heard many people talking about that conversation. Marcus was having his friend saying he signed a cease and desist. That's the thing. People are not talking about it. And so I'm going to. So I'm going to. Because one thing I don't like is because when you tell half a truth, you're telling the whole lie. You got to tell the whole story and then allow us to draw our conclusion based on the whole story. And for some reason, this whole little wonky story with Angela, we keep getting half a story and her story is changing. So we got to get into all of that. Um, yes, I'm glad you on Discord too. I keep telling y'all, please get in Discord. I'm gonna put the Discord link in the chat today because honestly, YouTube, I don't even understand how they do what they do. Like sometimes they give notifications, sometimes they don't. But if y'all hop in Discord, I can guarantee you, you're gonna know when I go live because I don't hide it. I make sure everybody is aware that that I'm going live. I really don't go live unless I put it in there. Thank you. I hope the tea is working and the honey and stuff. Hey J Darkness, thank you for being number 41. Forever 21, thank you for being 44. Thank you, thank you. So listen. Mm-hmm. First of all, why we got 34 people in my house that don't like me? Okay. I may be sick, but I ain't crazy. I'm gonna say that one more time. Hey, Miss Sparkle, y'all, our resident Mary Kay lady is in the house. Hey, boo, Angie girl, thank you for being number 47. Yeah, like I'm sick. I don't feel the best, but I promise you, I'm not crazy. I promise you, I'm not crazy. If this is what we doing, y'all know me. I will pull a Duolingo until the people who ain't like the video either like the video or keep it pushing. I'm just saying. I went ahead and put the Discord link in the chat. Please feel free to join Discord. I encourage you to, because some stuff we might gossip about in Discord that we might not bring out here, and all of that. And sometimes if you're wondering if I'm gonna go live, they'll probably know before y'all know. And when I do go live, I always post it in there first to let you know that I'm going live. So please get in the Discord. And don't be shy about letting me know if my voice sounds low because I think I'm talking loud because of what's going on in here. But if I sound low, let me know. And I promise you, I will talk up. I'll do everything I can because we got to get through the mess that's going on. And yeah, Belize and JB, thank you for being 55. I appreciate you. Yeah, get them likes up. It don't cost a thing. It don't cost nothing. Mm. But I need to work on my Duolingo anyway. I would rather y'all come on and let's do what we got to do, what we came here to do. Because this unit I'm on right now is kind of confusing to me. It's a little confusing to me. Oh, I got promoted to the next league. I'm doing real good in my Duolingo, y'all. So this is the I'm on the unit about comparatives and stuff. Like saying somebody is especially something, or somebody's older than this one, or this one is as much as that one. So that unit is kind of tricky for me. So if y'all want me to just practice my Chinese, I promise I will go. Nashina M, hey girl, thank you for being like number 57. Nashina always supports and I appreciate you. Get I'll put another one in the chat. I don't know why it would be invalid. Make sure y'all get the Discord app on the Play Store too, because that might make a difference. Make sure you got an app on the Play Store. And that might make a little bit of a difference. Let me go ahead and put it in the chat again. Maybe it's something that I did wrong. See, this is why I normally have Bianca help me, because I will mess up so bad because I'm not the best at this stuff. Okay, so I just put it in there again. Hopefully y'all can get in. Hey, blessed woman of God. Listen, as long as y'all talk back to me, I'm good. You ain't got to do all that. The people who can, like I always say, people who can do, and everybody else, I don't care if all you can do is give me a comment or crack a joke or, say a prayer for me or whatever. I'm just glad you're here. I know a lot of people would if they could. I know it's stuff that I want to do for people. and that I can't do, and I do the part I can, and the part I can't, I don't worry about, you know? And I feel that way over here too. Hey, D. Seratinas. So listen, let's talk about what's going on. So now, where my notebook? Y'all know my mind bad if I ain't got my notebook. So the first thing I want to get into is this conversation that's being had that I think is a very not too much better, blessed woman of God, but slightly better. And it ain't stopping nothing. I'm gonna run my mouth. But thank you for checking on me. The conversation is being had. Hey BJ Des, thank you for being 58, sis. That's being had about Shamea, her daughter, and what Brit had to say. I think that conversation is not only a strange conversation, but I think it's a dangerous conversation. And what I mean by that is, by the time, and of course these platforms are mainly us, right? Black women. Now we do have some, folks that are not Black women who are part of the audience. And I think that also adds to the danger of this conversation, because we're seeing this, and put a one in the chat if you have seen the conversation where somehow, hey sweet beloved, where somehow, because right now Shamea is not a crowd favorite, it's okay to say rude things like that about her child being sick. I've seen those conversations. I'm seeing things like along the lines of, well, she just said that you should have went home, or well, all she was saying was baby, maybe the baby wasn't as sick on the trip and she was faking that, or maybe it's this. And I was like, hey, like, what are y'all doing? Like, really, what are y'all doing? That's a dangerous conversation to be having. Okay, I don't feel good when in Rome. I'm not cooking today. Like, even right now, my throat don't feel great. Papa's off working. I'm by myself in the house. I could say hello. Ain't nobody gonna answer me back but the walls. Nobody better not answer me back but the walls. But I would love some soup, and I ain't even got none. And I can't even get my Uber Eats to work on my phone. So you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. So I ain't cooked nothing. I don't feel up to it. Yeah, making excuses for nastiness. And so I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing where it's like, why are we trying to normalize or make excuses for that sort of behavior? Let me be very, very transparent about that. Okay? It's never going to be okay to tell a woman your child ain't sick as you said she is, or you lying about your child being sick. First of all, we all sat there and watched that man call and tell her what happened with her child. Okay? We watched that. That's number one. Number two, we watched her mama explain that she was the one that found that baby in that condition. Number three, I don't know too many grandmamas that play about their grandbabies being sick, especially about their grandbaby being uncovered in an ice cold room while the nurse had on an electric blanket and a hat to bundle herself up and left that baby laying in a crib uncovered. Now, I done told y'all what I think it is. I think the nurse was trying to intentionally make that baby even sicker, or trying to force her to have some kind of event because she already has a chronic illness, so that she could milk them people for more money, keep me on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was very disgusting. You don't do stuff like that. Number four, everybody knows that little Shiloh got chronic illness, right? That polluted hot pocket had no business saying anything. Now, polluted hot pocket is crazy, but I'm not even sending you to the reflection corner. She the one need to reflect. Okay, she the one need to reflect. Angie girl say my grandma would have jumped on that nurse. Girl, both of my grandmamas was real saved, but one of them still might have popped you. Cultivate with Kai. Hey, thank you, dear. Listen, TT got her tea. Red Chim. Yeah, I got my tea right there. Thank you. But that was the thing. So everybody know this child got chronic illness. So anything going on with that baby, why did that prostitute think that it was her place to even say such a thing? I was so disgusted. Like, I was so disgusted. Oh, from Eustace? Uh-huh. I don't know her. I don't know her because I ain't never seen the Gilded Age. I don't even know what that is. But Eustace is about 35 minutes south. Like that's closer to Lake County. I'm in Marion County, so those two counties are side by side. But we don't really hang out in Eustace. We go fishing in Eustace. But good catch. Thank you. So listen, yeah, very lowbrow behavior. So it was just crazy to me to watch somebody that we've seen all season. Nobody really cares for this lady. But because Shamea has now become somebody who's a target of ire, and I'm not saying it's not for very good reason, it could be for very good reason that people don't like her. We've seen Shamea have some very, questionable moments this season. We've seen her do some dishonest things. Oh, Quiet Storm, that's so sweet. You don't have to. Do something for my princess. You don't have to. I'm an old battleship. You ain't got to take care of my baby over there, okay? Blessed woman of God says she might be insensitive because she don't have kids. She's not insensitive because her mammy wasn't much of a mama to her, so she don't realize the insult that it is to say something like that to another woman about her sick baby. That's the result of girls not having decent mothers. Because I'm not going to sit up here and forget that Brit Eady told us that her mammy let her be a video vixen, a big video vixen in high school. Okay? So to me, that is indicative of a mother that's not much of a mother. Hey, SFL, thank you for being 62, boo. Hey, Allie from Miami. It was just like, to me, I think it's dangerous because we're sending a message. The majority of the people who are having this conversation are Black women, right? Like I said, we do have others who are involved in the conversation. We have some men who do watch the show. We do have some ladies from other ethnic groups and communities who watch the show. But I think that for this to be an audience and a conversation largely being had by Black women, I think is dangerous. That we're sending this message that you don't have to respect a little Black girl being sick. You don't have to respect the mother who's caring for her. We're sending the message that if we don't like you, then your child is not worthy of protection. We're sending the message that if we decide that we don't like you because of who you're friends with on a reality show, that we can then question your motherhood. We can say you're lying on your sick child. We can do all sorts of heinous things to you. And as long as we can justify it with we don't like you, then that behavior is absolutely acceptable. And I think we need to take another look at that and decide if that's the message we really want to be sending. Okay? Very disgusting. Nina GZ says, as a member of the child-free community, we reject bang bang. We have sympathy and empathy for children. We just don't want to birth any. And I respect that too. And I think that's a very responsible decision. And let me say this. I'm not a big fan of, beating women over the head about not having children, because it is a decision and it's a responsible decision if you know you do not want to mother. There's a lot of unhealed and damaged people because their mothers did not want to mother, but they sat up and had children anyway. So I think that's a very responsible decision. It's a loving decision. And a lot of people who did not make the decision to be mothers are great aunties, great godmamas, and end up mothering anyway. So you know what I mean? What she did was disgusting. It's no excuse for it. Hey, Creeby, thank you for being 67. Hey, the divine Miss M, how you been? Thank you for being 67. Yeah, it's mean girl behavior, and it's also heinous. It's heinous. You're sending a message. And Jay Darkness said, I think it stemmed from jealousy. She felt away because after the Grenada trip, Kelly and Shamea went to Miami together for another quick trip. She was out of line. Yeah, definitely out of line, because she don't know what went on with that girl's family, what they agreed on. They may have told her, no, you need a minute. We got the baby. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being 69. So they could have felt like, hey, she got this baby. We got the baby. She's healthy. We got rid of the nurse. You take a minute. First of all, anytime there's a child with chronic illness like that, the mother's already at a stress level through the roof. Let's not even pretend. I don't like Shamea from nobody, riding or walking. But motherhood is motherhood, and I feel like certain things, I'm not the person that's gonna be like everything is off limits. You can have a conversation, but you shouldn't be disrespectful. What that whore did was disrespectful. Okay? It was completely disrespectful and out of line. For her to even question how it was handled was disgusting. What would you know about mothering a child with chronic illness when you don't know anything about even mothering a healthy child? We ain't even heard that you was a good auntie, that you go get your nieces and nephews and you keep them for a week or two to help their mama out. We don't know anything about you. And honestly, when it comes to Brit, she just meeting these people. And for her to say something that disgusting, horrible. And the fact that we have women who look like me and you on social media making excuses for that in the name of you don't like Shamea, so you're going to pretend like you don't know that that's inappropriate, dangerous signal. Because those people who are not us, that don't look like us, whether they be men, whether they be people from other communities, you're sending a signal to them that at any time, once they decide that they don't like us, then attacks, verbal or otherwise, on our children is perfectly acceptable. You're sending a message that if they decide that they don't like us for any reason at all, that attacks on us as mothers is acceptable. Disrespectful banter, conversation, and discourse about our children or our mothering of our sick children or what have you is acceptable. We're sending a message. And at some point, we're going to have to catch up to the fact that we treat people, we teach people how to treat us. We do it by what we accept, and we also do it by what the hell we take part in too. You can sit behind the comfort of your computer or your phone if you want to and think it's cute to pick and poke and do certain stuff that's out of bounds or condone things because it's somebody you don't like. You're teaching everybody how to treat us because whether you like it or not, y'all, they see us as the same people. They do not separate Michelle Obama from Suki Hana. They don't. When they see black women, they talk about us all as one unit. They see one girl that's selling her food stamps and going to the mall in pajamas and a bonnet, and next thing you know, that's the rhetoric, the stereotypical slurs and garbage and microaggressions that are used against every black woman. So take into account when stuff like this happens and you know it's wrong, don't be online condoning that crap and pretending like it's cool, because it's not. It's not. When I tell you, I was more than alarm cultivated because I was pissed. You did that to a baby. If something happened to that child, that nurse needed to be arrested. I feel like they still should have pressed charges on that nurse. I don't know that they didn't because we don't know their business like that, but I feel like that hooker should have went to jail too. You don't do that to a baby. Divine said, enjoying a visit from my Rutgers Law School mini-me. Oh, your baby came for a visit? Oh. Girl, they always go and grow up on us, don't they? Hey, Ashley came. But it's the truth. Like, we gotta check it. Like that, I ain't gonna hold y'all. That bothered me. It bothered me. It bothered me so bad. And then I'm not gonna say whose channel I stopped by and saw. There was a gentleman who was making excuses for it. And y'all, my first instinct was to be pissed off. Like, who the hell you think you are? You ain't no woman. You ain't no mama. And then I said, wait a minute, Nitra, he's doing that because our sisters, my sisters, your sisters, gave him the impression that as long as the person in question is not likable, then it's okay. It's acceptable. We gonna let it happen. And so I just, I packed it away. Like, I didn't like what I heard, but I took account of the fact that my sisters told him by their behavior that it's cool. We said it was cool, so it's cool. And I think something's really got to stop with that. I think something's really got to stop with that. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know what it's going to take to make us cut out the crap, but at some point, we got to cut the crap. Like, we shade and cut up like, ooh, child, her wig. Ooh, child, her outfit. No problem. Hell, child, her plastic surgery. But at a certain point, like, where is the bottom? Like, where do we say, okay, this is something we don't do? Like, I don't know where that line is, but I'm thinking we should probably try to find it, you know? But with all that being said, let's have a little talk about Kenya Moore. Twirl. Where the team twirl folks? I know some of y'all in here, okay? That's another case where, we had to put the BS to the side. Hey, sadly mistaken. We had to put the BS to the side because somebody threatened to shoot this girl. And I don't care how you put it, bang, bang, sleazy did threaten to shoot this girl. Now, I don't really care for Kenya like that, but again, right is right, wrong is wrong, right? Okay, so boom. Hey, Camille. So listen. There you go. All that. Y'all, I posed the question. I know y'all don't hardly read the description box to my video, but I be typing stuff anyway, because I be hoping somebody gonna read it. I'm gonna say it in here anyway, though. Listen, the question I have, and I want y'all to have this conversation with me. Are y'all starting to get the suspicion that Kenya Moore was still very much involved with this season? Because I am. I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying. Ooh. Are y'all starting to get the impression that Kenya Moore is still very much hands-on and involved in this season? Oh, I see some yeses. I see a yes and a yep. Yep. And see, we got to talk about it. It's if we're talking about Candy too. I don't think so. I think it's a push with Candy. I just don't see it. But I see Kenya Moore's fingerprints all over this. And I see some stuff that remotely kind of sort of looks like evidence that Kenya's still very much involved. Say yes, her and some others not on the show. Yeah, I feel like Kenya got her little fingers in here. She do. I could smell it. I'm glad you asked when in Rome, and Auntie gonna tell you. Now, I think her involvement. Hey, E. Davis, thank you for being number 42. I think her involvement is with Drew Sidora. And I think that I done figured out how part of the why. Judy Acquire, hey boo. She said I said the same thing. I think Kenya is behind this Charles thing. I definitely think she got a hand in that because it's just cheesy enough to be hers. IMC Brown said, I ain't been watching, but I'm intrigued with this narrative. Hey, Richard Wilson. Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you what I think, okay? See, I don't know that, sadly mistaken. I don't know that. I don't know that. No. No. Yeah, Candy put her 2 cents in, but I don't think she got a hand. I'm talking about a direct hand in what we see and play out on the screen. I'm going to let y'all get all this out, and then I'm going to tell y'all why I'm saying what I'm saying, okay? Y'all see me grabbing this phone, so you know we about to have an audio moment. You know we about to have an audio moment. I wouldn't be me if I didn't. And you know I'm going to be me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So before I forget, need to do a exclusive deep dive on the worst lies told by Bravo Housewives. You have the notes to back it up. I'm sick of seeing these people being paid thousands to lie. Baby, me too. I want them to get their money. I just want them to tell the truth. Yeah, Kenya love to produce a moment, and it's giving Kenya. You think? Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, DNA all up and through here. Kenya done still had her hands in the mix. This is why I'm kind of like laughing at Brit for a little bit. Because remember when she threatened to shoot Kenya and then Kenya did what she did, then Kenya got bumped off and she stayed. She went and did this whole interview on this podcast. Oh, I'm the one got her out her job. You might have got her off the screen, but Kenya still had her fingerprints all over this season, honey. Yep. Anybody who would go after her enemies, you got darn right she'll do it. Hey, Miss Gardner. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but that ain't the only one. It's the Drew and her of it all too. So it's Drew and Angela that's got Kenya behind the curtain. I just wants to remind y'all of something. Just hold on. Let me grab the audio. Because I thought about it and I say, wait. It's something that we done forgot about and we got to get back to. It's something we done forgot about and we got to get back to. It was something that Portia said on her YouTube channel in response to something Kenya had done said. Uh-huh. Lord, this girl say a Midwest link up. Hey. Puppet link up. Hey, Carrie Clark, thank you for being 81. Mm-hmm. When in Rome, say, Kenya probably working with Drew tired self. For sure working with Drew. But I suspect Angela too. Mm-hmm. I suspect it. Allie from Miami say Portia did say one of the housewives was trying to keep Kenya off the show. Right. But it's something to it. Just wait. Just wait. Hold on. We got to get past this greedy hell for eating chicken. I ain't knocking her. If my throat wasn't burning, I would want to eat some chicken. Right now, I just want some soup that's not salty. Yeah, I don't care about that. That ain't the right one. Hold on. It was one. I think it was her second interview. I think it was the second interview she did. That was the part two. Okay, so this what we finna listen to. So Portia, when she went to talking about the situation with Kenya and Brit, I want y'all to listen to what Portia is saying. Listen to what Portia is saying. Yeah, Kenya still shading Cynthia in the videos. Uh-huh. She is. But Cynthia, in my opinion, how Cynthia gonna get mad? You done went on a whole interview tour dragging your friend. Correcting your friend in the moment is one thing. Dragging her on anybody platform that pulled you up for the network is crazy. And then sitting up being buddy buddy with this girl who threatened to shoot your home girl, that's raggedy. I'm sorry. I know some of y'all like Cynthia, but you know I don't like none of them, and she one of the none of them that I don't like. Okay, so hold on, this the one. When Brit and Kenya mixed together, I didn't really see them meet at first. I didn't see the whole ring situation where Kenya talked about her ring being an engagement ring and Brit took offense to it or whatever. I wasn't there for that because I was late. You know what I'm saying? I was late. So I didn't get to see that part. But I heard about it, and the way it was told to me on both sides from the castmates was like it wasn't that shady, and Brit said it felt shady. It didn't really seem like that big of a deal to me. I felt like Brit really
had a preconceived notion about Kenya, with some due cause. You watch the show, you're going to think, oh, Kenya is that boss bitch. She likes the little girl people. It is what it is. But I felt like I now knew a different Kenya, that now when Kenya meets everybody, she's open and kind. And I feel like, honestly, when I watched the episode, I felt like she was cool. I didn't feel like it was too much heat on it. Or whatever. I didn't feel like Kenya did anything about the ring that felt offensive to me. I didn't. But I will say, as time went on between Brit and Kenya, Brit started to feel like she was being dismissive to her. She felt like she was like, girl, get on my face. Like that energy. And, you know, if Kenya wants to give you that energy where she do her hand, you know, she giving you dust, then she's gonna give you dust and you're gonna feel that. But on the other side, Brit being a newbie and not used to these cameras, not used to, these type of cameras and all of that. I feel like it was shocking to her. Like, damn, hold on, you trying to play me? And she went to the left. So at the dinner, when Kenny and her were talking, there was a lot more go back and forth besides what you saw. Obviously, the show is only 45 minutes. They probably argued for 2 hours almost. So like you couldn't show all of it, but there was a lot of going back and forth at the table. And it started out, of course, being Brit more so going like, I just don't appreciate how you were dismissive to me. You're giving me this type of energy where I don't deserve to be in your space. And at that point, Kenya says peasant. She calls her a peasant. Like, queens don't address peasants. And in the housewife world, I see y'all laughing about that in the comments, but who the fuck want to be called a peasant? You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody. All right? Nobody's better than anybody. And I think that word peasant got to her. Now, the word pistol got to Kenya, but peasant got to her. So
that was funny. I'm going to give her that one.
Move on. They continue to argue back and forth, and they get up from the table, and it's just, at that point, Brit just starts to get more upset because she's not, Kenya's now off to the corner twirling, and Brit is just still very much.
Hold on. Yeah, and that's the part we saw where Kenya's laughing and having a good time, and she mad. And I think a lot of people don't like to be mad by themselves, especially when they was trying to get you mad and they end up getting themselves mad, that type of stuff. But I'm just trying to refresh y'all memory on a couple things. Yeah, that's a tattoo. Girl, I do tattoos. What you thought? I was born in the church? My mama pushed me out in the baptismal pool. That's what you thought?
It's just still very much in defense mode. You know what I'm saying? She's in attack and defense mode, just like in her mind, like, okay, what do I do? This is too much going on. Is she trying to play me? It was just a lot. So she starts going into her ghetto bag, baby. I don't know. I think Brit is actually from Roswell. Like, I don't think Brit has been nowhere, pulling guns on nobody. I don't think she's done none of that. And from what I know about her and what I've heard about her, she ain't from that life at all. So I think she was talking big talk. She was talking big talk, and she was like, I'm gonna do this, and I got, whipping. The whip part, she was talking about her car.
No,
so
she wasn't.
Some of our housewife audience thinks she.
No. This is where Portia lost the plot because she up here talking about the whip was the car. Ain't nobody called the car a whip since back in the late 90s. Ain't nobody called no whip no car.
An actual whip. She was referring to whip as in car. But yeah, so anyway, it just got to that level, and when she started saying the part about, she was upset and she just went on or whatever, and I think she mentioned a pistol or whatever. It's all while she's over here talking to her husband and to Kelly, okay? And I was gonna take home Shamea anyway after the event. And when I saw Kenya, I was like, come on, let me take you home too. So I didn't hear it. I don't think Shamea heard it. we didn't hear Brit say that at the time at all. And so after that night, we kind of all went into, was this said? Was something said about anything, any type of, pistol or whatever? And if it was said, how was it said? And was it said like, like how was this done? When we got in the car, we were leaving. Kenya was like, this girl gotta go. She talking about this, she talking about that, and then we laughed.
And we heard that part on the show. And when in Rome, let me tell you something. If a hood booger prostitute threaten to shoot you, I'ma need you to be scared, okay? Because a hoe like Bang Bang ain't got nothing to lose. Anytime a streetwalker threatens to shoot you, take it serious. There's somebody who ain't got nothing to lose, okay? Because not being scared is not gonna make you bulletproof. They will put it on your tombstone. Here lies when in Rome. She wasn't scared. Okay, I'm just saying. No, it's a fine line. Fine line.
About in that same movie, when we got in the car, Kenya was like, "Yeah, this girl gotta go. She's talking about pistols or something, or guns or something." And then we started laughing about Angela because of how she hit the glass. She's like, "I can get away from Angela too. Like, I want no problems with Angela." And so we laughed, and we took her home, and that was what it was. It was days after that when it just was like, you know what? Okay, Kenya is upset about this. She wants something done, for Brit saying that. And at that point, it was a call for, what does Brit feel at this point?
This is where I think Kenya made her decision. Not because of this video, but because of what was happening in the moment. Now let's chill for a second and let's break down what we heard. Before we do that, let me take my BC powder. I probably shouldn't be taking no BC on no empty stomach, but I am. 1 second. I'm just saying, get your BCs, all right? So hold on. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm back. So listen, what was going on by this point? I think that night was the turning point, especially after they ended up taking Kenya completely off and leaving Brit on. That night was the turning point. Listen to what this heifer's saying. See, sometimes it be the slow ones that tell everything when they don't know they telling everything, right? Her and Shamea didn't hear it. We saw that on the show, remember? When they told Kenya, well, ride with us. So Kenya gets in the back seat. They all chilling. Y'all remember that? Portia had a pair of drawers in the back seat. Kenya said they was new drawers, so they hadn't been on her behind. We was all, I think, a collective sigh of relief. Thank you, Jesus. No used drawers in the back seat. And she told them what the girl said, and they was like, what? She said that? So they didn't hear it at the moment. But you hear what Portia's saying. We was like, in that moment, they felt like, okay, we didn't hear it. We want to know, like, was it really said? Which that was a fair question because a lot of us didn't know if it had really been said because Kenya done lied before too. You get me? So, anywho, they wanted to know if it had really been said. And then you hear talking about they wanted to know how it was said. How did she say it? On Kenya's end, it's a matter of, this woman did this to me, and y'all talking about how she said it, like how she said it matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand why they wanted to know if it really happened and how it was said, but I can also see it from Kenya's point of view. This whole threatening to shoot me, and you talking about how she said it, like there was ever gonna be a version of how she said it that was gonna be cool. Y'all get where I'm going? See, Kenya's at this juncture, she checking everybody's temperature. She checking everybody's temperature. So the night of, she done told him, like, hey, I don't want no smoke with Angela either because she hit that glass real hard or whatever, but she laughing and joking, but it wasn't that serious about Angela. But them, I already know y'all. I got a relationship with y'all. Her and Portia was just getting where they was getting cool and stuff. So it's like, well, we cool or whatever, but this whole threatening to shoot me, and y'all don't realize that The bet supposed to be off. All bets supposed to be off. So you see what I'm saying? How this is running, right? Belize and JB say I tried to take BC powder. I almost off myself from gagging. Hey, I've been taking this. That's all. That's really all I take. Like the other night, I took some ibuprofen, some Advil because of the pressure in my head. I still might take a couple, but not right now. But mostly I take BC. Lexi Lean say these women are way too grown to fist fight. If you don't have the vocabulary, you don't. But amen, you do not belong on the show because they talking just like you talking. And Brit was the one that like wanted this altercation. So you don't start a verbal altercation and know that you can't keep up, or you get frustrated when people get verbal with you and want to get physical and start talking about swinging hands and shooting and stuff. Like that's just, to me, that's whack. That's whack. To me, that's just as whack as a dude that get beat up and then he go grab a pistol. Like if you know you're not equipped for something, don't get in it. You know, but that's what we heard so far. So I want y'all to just keep up with what's happening, because when I tell you what I'm gonna tell you, I want you to see where I'm coming from. Okay. All right.
How does Brit feel the day after she turned up? You know what I'm saying?
See, and Portia talking about we want to see how Brit felt the day after. Why are you even caring what Brit felt the day after? I'm not saying she don't have a right to care about Brit, but on Kenya's end, I could see how she felt too. Because why do you care about how she feel the day after? You don't even know her. I'm somebody you know. We got history, relationship, past, and all that. And you worrying about the person who threatened to shoot me, how they feel after they threatened to shoot me. You see what y'all see where I'm going? If y'all see where I'm heading with this, please put a 2 in the chat, because I want to make sure I'm not losing nobody. Okay.
And so was like,
Lord. Okay.
Was like, I want to know what she really said, and I want to know how she said it. And so went and had this whole time behind the scenes, I'm on the phone talking to Kenya. So Kenya's like, oh, Angela.
I'm on the phone talking to Kenya. I'm gonna run this part back because I want y'all to hear this. Hey, East Raker. She want to know what's going on. She want to know how the girl felt, how she said it, if she said it, yada yada. But the whole time she been on the phone with Kenya. Hey, Slow Glow. I'm gonna run it back because I want y'all to hear what's being said, because this is the moment when I went back, because y'all know I take notes on everything. Y'all know I do. So when I went back through the notes, and then I was able to go back to the video and hear it over again, I said, oh, that's the smoking GD gun. Wait.
And so I went and had this whole time behind the scenes, I'm on the phone talking to Kenya. So Kenya's like, oh, Angela's the only one. Kenya's like telling Kenya in the scene, or Kenya on the show is saying, Angela, you're the only one who called to check on me. That is just not true.
Bingo. Yahtzee. I'm gonna let her say a little bit more before I cut it. But y'all see, did y'all catch what happened? Because see, I didn't catch it in the moment because we didn't see the rest of the season play out yet. That was the moment. That was the moment. Right there. We missed it. I missed it. I got the notes. I listened to it multiple times to make sure I had my notes straight. And even I missed it. That was the moment that Kenya became, what's the thing on Lord of the Rings? She became Sauron. The eye in the sky. The eye wreathed in fire. Who done watched the Lord of the Rings? I know I got me some Lord of the Rings fans in here. Put LOTR in the chat if you're a Lord of the Rings fan. That was the moment that Kenya became Sauron. She became the eye wreathed in fire. She was this. Where my fan? I'm going to turn my head into the eye wreathed in fire. This was Kenya, okay? This was she turned into. That moment. That was the real villain arc. That's when it happened. And I'm going to tell you why. No, they were never real friends, but that ain't the point. The point is, yes, all 3 Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit's Tale and which was the Hobbit, And I actually read the unpublished ones, the ones that got published after he was dead by his son. Mm-hmm. Yep. Sandra Dean, how you doing, girl? Yes. She became Sauron, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that, right? See, Kenya felt betrayed. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. And see, she all but said that, but she don't want to come right out and say it. See, I'm Aquarius too. We got some different type of energy. She don't want to say it, but she felt betrayed. And so she felt like, you talking to me behind the scenes like you got my back, but out in public, you don't want to openly have my back. That was Kenya's strike one. That's when she was turning into the Dark Lord right then. Okay. Number two, Angela strategic. We done watched her. We done watched how Angela move. She's strategic. Don't forget them two questions at her event that was directed at Kenya to help start that argument. Angela wrote one of them questions. So Angela's strategic. Don't forget that. Brit wrote one question. We thought Kelly wrote the other one. Nope, it was Angela. Remember? Y'all remember? Put a one if y'all remember that. So then after everything jumped off, Angela was smart enough to be like, okay, Kenya could end up having a problem with me because I did write that question. It's going to come out. She owned it. It came on out that she wrote the question. So when she reached out to Kenya, she didn't reach out with the let me see how Brit feel and I want to see, X, Y, and Z. I want to see what happened. Blase squaze. Nope. And she roped Drew into it. Yep, and because remember, Angela and Drew been moving like a package deal this whole time. Drew been flopping since she got there. This the first time that most of y'all even act like y'all like Drew, and that's why I say it's fake like. It ain't real like. It's fake like. So when she got up under Kenya, she pulled Drew in with her up under Kenya. So that's why the very next scene that we saw with Kenya, with Kenya gone, which was at the brunch where Kelly had served them raw grits. It was already a play in motion that wasn't nobody aware of but Angela and Drew. And Kenya as the Dark Lord, as the I Read Then Fi. That is why the very next time we saw Drew, Angela, and Brit in the same place, we ain't seen them really be favorable with Brit since. We ain't seen her be. We really haven't. They've been standoffish. They've been, prickly, to say the least, and outright confrontational. Yep, Angela real sneaky, but a lot of people like that. You know what I'm saying? They like people that's got a little slime to them. I ain't gonna knock it if that's what y'all like, but we gonna call out the slime. Deborah said Angela been in everything that went on this season. It's because of Angela Drew was in Nashville. You got doggone right. And I'm willing to bet that Kenya was the one that told her to bring the girl. That's when it happened. Yep. I ain't never liked her. I don't like none of them. I can't point to one of them and say I like them, but I can see what's happening. So when we seen them at Kelly's little, what she called a peace brunch, where she had served them raw grits. Thank you, Tamika. I sure don't feel pretty, boo. I got pressure in my head, throat hurting, and that fever coming back. But we gonna gossip regardless. The gossip must go on. So when they was over there, that's why by the time Brit had done talked with Shamea, see, that's the other thing that solidified it. She talking to Shamea, I lost my license because of Kenya. That's why Angela wasted no time even sitting next to her saying, well, why would you lose your license? And that's when Brit went to getting agitated and the story went to flipping because she knew she was lying. Angela was the one to call her on it because she was already, working for the Dark Lord. She was already working for Kenya. Why do you think Kenya wore the green dress to the all-black event? Kenya wanted her and Angela to have a friendly back and forth. No, I don't think so. I just think Kenya like to do stuff to be different and to be seen and to, Kenya try to produce her own little weird moments. That's why when I look at this whole situation down to the JuneBug, this got Kenya more fingerprints all over it. This has Kenya Moore fingerprints all over because, you know, Kenya do little weird hinky stuff like that. Hey, sweet tea. So look, so over there, Angela quickly called her on it. And then when Angela got up and moved, then she had the back and forth with Drew. Let me see if I can find the audio for that. Because then Drew started doing the back and forth, but Drew don't really know how to be confrontational. It comes off weird. And the only people who really think it's cool is weirdos that pretend to like Drew because she was going back and forth with Portia. Because Drew is awkward as hell. I don't know how anybody likes her. Like, she's sickening and annoying. But that's neither here nor there. Okay? But yeah, down to the JuneBug. That's how we ended up down to the JuneBug. This is some of Kenya stuff. This is as corny as I will pay you dust. This is some Kenya stuff. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. Yep. But she had the Dark Lord helping her, you know, navigate. Because see, okay, don't worry. I'm gonna show y'all some more evidence in a minute. I promise I will. Okay. Let's get to, I think this the one with them at the brunch with the raw grits. Let me make sure I got the right one. This the one with the raw grits. Yeah, this the one with the raw grits. Yeah, because I don't care nothing about y'all sitting to that table. I want to get to the arguing. Where's the arguing? Mm-hmm. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I'm finna let it play right now because it's finna happen. Hold on. I thought it was finna happen.
I got another one.
Did you hear Angela say, "Where's your band? Where's your band? Where's your band?" So she even went to, like, you're talking about the wedding band and stuff. This was all Kenya. This was all Kenya, man. Brittany Janae said I should have been a detective. God dang it! But then I might have had to lock up some of my cousins. That wouldn't have worked. Sadly mistaken say Angela gonna have to have some wrinkles around her mouth to have Charles be on board next season. I'm not going there. Them people is married, and everything in the marital bedroom is sanctified and holy. I'm not touching that. Okay, not me. Hey, Deborah Tucker. Yeah, them grits was raw. That's what Angela said. She said that girl grits was raw. Mm-hmm. Yep. But listen, I want y'all to hear this. When she said, "Where is your band? Where is your band?" She was still talking about the girl wedding ring, the wedding band and stuff. Angela was already working for the Dark Lord by then. Here you go. You fail to take responsibility for how we even got here. Kenya.
Read the room.
Where's your band? Where's your band? Where's your band?
Please put more peace in their drinks. The dictionary defines peace as tablecloth.
Yeah, I don't care about y'all.
So this is what's going on because of all of the backlash.
We heard your lie. I don't need to hear you lie again.
I actually want to support her, but then you gonna bargain. Little mimosa came out of her. Twirl. Oh, yeah, I think.
Listen to Drew.
You are funny. You are. Well, I'm glad I can make you laugh. This is a piece, bro. Maybe I should be nasty work, honey. Oh my God, it's so nasty. Yeah, that's why Kenya's not here, because of the nasty work that she's done. And it seems like nobody wants to acknowledge that.
And see, she was reacting to Angela and Drew's energy because like it was clear, like they was not here for you. So I'm sitting there looking back, going back through the notes and everything. I'm sorry, IMC Brown. Kenya still was, even though she wasn't on your screen, she was still on the board. Okay. William McCauley said, I believe Bravo production had something to do with Kenya's stunt, and the stunt with the man coming to Angela. They needed a show, and production been pulling stunts since the beginning. I'm not opposed to it. Not opposed to it. But Kenya got her fingerprints on what's going on. So now hold on. Hold on. Don't go nowhere yet. Then when you get to Angela's interview over there with Carlos King, it's something she said that got my attention. Mm-hmm. And you know, it kind of itched my ear when I first heard it. But then when I went back to look at the notes, because I was like, I think I'm seeing something. It makes a lot more sense. It makes a lot more sense. Okay. So hold on. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm gonna get to it. I'm just trying to get to the right spot because I want y'all to hear something. Not even the part that, you know, we was paying attention to, but it's part that I think a lot of us skipped over.
What about it? Do you believe Phaedra started this rumor?
Listen.
That Charles is still cheating on you?
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
And you know this because
of the person she used to start the rumor told me it was her.
Mind you, we listened to them audios, and that boy ain't said that. And don't worry, we're going back through it tonight because this story once we cover who's behind the curtain, we're gonna cover how their story kept morphing like a Power Ranger. Not Columbo. I love Columbo. He had that cockeye and that trench coat. That was my dude. Mm-hmm. But listen.
Do you believe this person telling the truth?
Yes, he had a lot to lose if he didn't. And
I believe he telling the truth. And this Negro got on TV and took us down to the JuneBug.
The things that he done in his past, he didn't want to come to light. So I found out about it. And I was just like, you're going to tell me, you know, what happened and who sent you. And he beat around the bush and he just said, I'm going to tell you. And he did tell us. And then there was just this connection to Athens, Georgia. I'm like, I've never met anybody from Athens, Georgia, ever. And I've been in Georgia 20 years. And
then it was this connection to Athens. Did he tell you, or you went looking through her connections in Athens, Georgia? See, this is what happened when people lie. The lies don't add up. Kenya, your fingerprints on this girl. But listen.
I never. And to be in a room with 4 people from Athens at the same time, I was just like, okay. But yeah, he did tell me, and I do 100% believe him. I do, because everything made sense. Like, your sister went to high school with her brother. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you come in this room, and you don't know anybody here, but ironically, your sister went to high school with Phaedra's brother. You know, I'm like, okay. So it was like, Angela, I told you the truth. And he did.
How did you feel?
Yeah, she absolutely did, but don't worry, we gonna get to it. Sandra Portia did say she think Angela started it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
About that once that was all discovered.
I was disappointed because I was told, you know, get to know Phaedra.
Listen.
Coming back, get to know her. And I kind of looked to her for information. Like, tell me how this works. I'm new to reality TV. Tell me the inroads. Tell me the inside out. And, you know, she was a source of information. So for that to happen, I was just like, yeah, it was a breach of trust. And
tell me this, tell me the inside outs. But then Sunday, we saw her say something different. It's okay.
You know, I didn't appreciate that at all.
But keep listening.
And it's like, why? The truth is so much better than fiction. Like, why do you have to lie on my husband? Like, let's just talk about the things that we've been through. And when me and Charles took this show, we were like, we're going to talk about everything we've been through, all of it, because we didn't want to be ambushed with anything. So let's let the world know. And for her to create a lie, it was devious.
So you survived your first reunion.
Yes.
Without giving too much away.
Hold on. I think I went a little too far because I wanted y'all to hear something particular she said.
Who else? This is a show. Like, who else? And it wouldn't be Portia. Her and Shamea had her back and forth. Kelly and Brit, no one would, nobody would have cared. So who else?
Watching the show, she's making tons of comments about your looks. Why do you think Phaedra is coming for you so soon?
Because who else? Who else? It's something that fans are like, Phaedra don't have to. She's making. I think she would, and I wasn't wrong. She wouldn't do that. She's not going to mention it to someone who will remain nameless unless she wants to come.
Listen,
I have a great sense of discernment.
Listen,
I just felt like that would be the case. And I mentioned it to someone who will remain nameless unless she wants to come forward. And she was
like, a former housewife of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
I just kind of felt like that would be the case. And I mentioned it to someone who will remain nameless unless she wants to come forward. And she was like,
a former housewife of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she was like,
I mentioned it to someone who shall remain nameless unless she want to come forward. Carlos said, is it a former housewife of Atlanta? She said, yes. Well, let's talk about this thing. If it was Nene or Candy or whatever, you wouldn't have no reason to say that. First of all, Candy wouldn't tell you, oh no, Phaedra wouldn't do that. I don't think that Candy would say that Phaedra wouldn't do anything. I think if you'd ask Candy, Candy will tell you Phaedra was, was clapping cheeks for Satan. Like, I don't know what Candy would tell you Phaedra would not be capable of. If Nene said it, you wouldn't be hiding it. Had it been Deshaun or Lisa Wu or whoever, you'd have said their name. The reason you're not saying the name is because it's Kenya Moore. That's why you're not saying the name. And they think we crazy. I'm not crazy, but you think we crazy. But hold on. Then it's something else that we got to get to. The fact that yeah, I seen that, Angie girl. I don't miss too much. But listen, then we got to get to the fact. Y'all remember when Portia said somebody on the cast gave Kenya the information on Brit. Everybody was trying to figure out who it is. Then we looking at the previews for the reunion, and it looked like Drew is the person they pointing to, and a lot of us had kind of figured like, Drew, was that you? And then something else that came out. Hold on. Drew definitely was in this. Drew was in this. Just hold on. Because, see, Drew put herself in it. And I'm going to tell you how she put herself in it, okay? Drew put herself in it. Do y'all remember when Drew went and sat down with Bang Bang Sleazy? She was still doing Kenya dirty work, too. This was after they had the little outing or whatever. And the girl was asking Drew, like, you told somebody you know the man that I was supposedly sucking up in the picture. Now, it came out, they said that it was Hitmaker, the boy that used to call, what did he call himself before he was Hitmaker on Love and Hip Hop LA? He's Hitmaker now, but Young Berg, I think is what his original name. And Drew had told somebody that she knew who she was, singing for in the picture. Okay? Hold on. Mm-hmm. I think this the one. I want to get the right one. No, not Stevie J. Hitmaker, Young Berg. LA, not Atlanta. Yep, Berg. That's who they were saying it was in the picture that she was slurping on. And Angela not even upset. And Drew was still smiling. She had a hand in it also. Yes, that's what I'm saying. It was all in it. Yes. Auntie Eva, thank you so much for the super chat. She said, I love these forensic breakdowns. I appreciate that. Because it's not easy to get to the mess. It's not. Mm-hmm. So Okay, so I think this is the one that we need right here. I want to get to whichever episode got Brit sitting down with Drew, because that's when we found out that Drew had a whole lot to say about the situation. And remember when she sat down with Brit, she was like, "Oh, we making peace. I'm getting to know you, blase squaze." Girl, you wasn't really getting to know that girl. You really wasn't. You wasn't. What you was doing was still taking shots at her for Kenya, which I'm not mad at, because I don't sympathize. I don't sympathize with Bang Bang. I don't feel like you got no right to be threatening to shoot no woman on no show because you got into a back and forth with her. It's never going to be serious enough for you to be threatening to shoot nobody. You know what I'm saying? I feel a certain type of way about that, because I grew up in situations where, you know, people actually would pull out firearms. So I don't think it's cute to joke about it. Say you gonna do something or none of that. You have no reason to do that. I don't know if his eyes is light. He was on Love and Hip Hop LA. Just type in Youngberg or Hitmaker. His face will pull up. Miss Lisa say Drew or Angela gave Kenya them pictures. I believe it was Drew. I believe it. I do believe it was Drew. Antoinette said that stunt screams Kenya more hair care when she ruined Marlo's event. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think it was this one. Let's look at this one. Y'all, I'm going through episodes because we're going to get to the bottom of this. Hey, Black Smile, thank you for being number 96. We got to get to the bottom of it. Okay, so that's where she said, Brit sat down with Portia. Then, okay. Because I know it was after Kenya's event. It was after all that happened. Then Drew decided to sit down with the girl. Okay, after she cried with her mama talking about how she was classy. Okay, all that happened. Okay, killing her disrespectful daughter. Studio. Where Drew made that comment about paying for PJ to go to college and then lied about it later. Hey, boss lady, thank you for being 98, sis. Right. She said, did you sell it? Yeah, she didn't say sell it. She said, did you sell it? That's what she said. Okay, that's what she's sitting down with her mama telling her they classy. Thought that was very interesting. It was a hell of a thing to do. Where is the one where she sits down with Drew? Because that's where we get what all Drew had done said behind that girl back. Okay, here it go. It's queuing up now. I mean, if she was on her knees, I don't think it matter how tall he is, do it? Sadly mistaken say, oh, you say I looked him up. Yep, young bird, light bright, who thought he was whatever. Yeah. So now we finna get down to it, because I want y'all to hear this scene and hear the stuff that Drew was saying to Brit. Now it all make a little more sense, because Drew ain't never had no flavor. All of a sudden she got so much to say. All of a sudden she's so prickly. Kenya was feeding her lines. Now Kenya lines don't usually stick for me, which is probably why people were impressed with Drew, but it wasn't sticking for me because Kenya lines ain't never stuck for me. Ever. Like ever, ever.
Okay. How are you? How are you? You look beautiful. Good to see you.
Now this is Brit and Drew. Listen.
Wait, what do you like to drink? I'm like a lemon drop martini. Wait, but I'm tequila. I'm vodka. We still do lemon drops. How have you been? I was really happy that you reached out. I know. The brunch, there was a lot going on. And you know what it was? Kind of hot. And I was like, nobody wanted to hear how I felt. I was hoping this peace brunch was going to be positive. Girl, we want lemon drops. But Drew's over there defending Kenya. I understand how she felt being threatened with a weapon. She's going to protect herself. I'm the one that's just been publicly humiliated.
Listen to what she said, what Drew said. Kenya had been threatened with a weapon. She's going to defend herself. What did Kenya get on Tamron Hall and say? Put it in the chat. What did Kenya get on Tamron Hall and say? She had to defend herself, right? So now when we look back at this, it makes sense why Drew would use exactly those words, because that was Kenya's narrative at the moment. Had to defend myself.
Where's my support? I can get that, but I'm gonna be honest. You were very much like, all right, ladies, Kenya's no longer gonna be here. I'm here. She's not here. So we can all read the room. But just felt a little celebratory. So I think from that point, everyone was just taken aback. Like, I'm open to getting to know you, but I really want to understand. I've always been an open book. And anything that you want to ask, I have no problem answering it. At this point, all I want are real answers about Brit's past. That's it. Did you ever sell it? Did I ever the cat? No, I did not. I didn't. Have you done more? I have not done. I have not. Excuse me. I have not done.
Can't get that loud.
So I have not done porn. I have done webcam. I was with my friend, like a friend that's a woman. Okay. And basically, we were just on there naked, just having conversations. Oh, okay. But as far as intercourse or doing anything explicit, I've never done that. So did you guys make money from doing that? I felt like I did good. I did webcam for a week in my 20s. Me and my best friend at the time were just like, ooh, this is daring, spicy. I'm not ashamed of it. So for women to shame me, it's kind of like, girl, y'all probably done way worse than what I did. I have a question for you. Did you say at the get-together at Shamea's that you knew the recipient of this dick-sucking incident? I said I may. Who it was?
And y'all heard her when she was in front of the girl. I may have. I may know him. I may know him. But y'all hear her in the little backflash or flashback, whatever the hell you call it, telling them I got a DM from the person.
I don't know for sure. On the poster board, there were people, and I thought I recognized one of them. You recognize the dick? So that does that mean you sucked it? No, I don't even know if it was him. But why would you put that out there to the group? I like to joke. I'm the one.
Ain't no like the joke, you put it out there to the group because Kenya Moore's fingerprints was still on this. At this point, we could see Angela and Drew. Sauron, Kenya Moore, the Dark Lord, is still pulling the strings, which makes it even funnier to hear Drew constantly call people lapdogs. Remember, last time she was calling Fat Tomb a lapdog for Sheree. Now you calling Shamea a lapdog, but girl, you a whole Pinocchio, and Kenya is Geppetto. Child, listen, that's all right. Moving right along. So y'all see it, right? Then when the story come out about she the one that brought the info and gave it to Kenya, it's not that far-fetched. And the way Kenya was just on her live stream going off about Ralph. Ralph ain't no good. Ralph this, Ralph that. Ralph. First of all, the hell with Ralph. Ralph ain't nobody, and I don't care. Ralph is what he is, and him and Drew is a match made in heaven. And if you ask me, they need to cancel the divorce and stay together. Because he's a big fat liar and a scumbag, and Drew is a big fat liar and a scumbag too. Okay, I think that they should work on their marriage and stay together. Okay, like Al Green say, let's stay together. That's what they need to do. But I can't make people stay together, so I'm gonna mind my business. Because left to me, I would make them stay there. If it was left to me, I would put an armed guard outside that house and make them stay in there and work it out. If it was up to me, but it ain't my business. Okay, so boom. Now that we got that out the way, let's get to this story with Angela Oakley and Marcus. Because at this point, I'm not even going to put Phaedra's name in it because I don't really see how Phaedra's name is in this. It don't make sense to me. And when it don't make sense, I'm not finna play with y'all. I'm not. I don't do hate trains. I don't hate nobody. I don't like them, but I don't hate none of them women. So we just going to keep it straight and we going to go down the timeline of the lies that was told. Here you go. This segment is called The Evolution of Angela's Lies, okay? Say not only that, but Angela did the exact same thing as Kenya created a mess at their own event. Yep. There you go. So let's get into the evolution of the lies, okay? So at Phaedra's event, this is the first time that Angela's lies start to take shape. They start to take shape and then they start to change from here. So we're going to go to the audio because y'all know I like to hear stuff in people's own words. That way can't nobody come back and say you didn't say it or I lied on you. No. We're going to get straight to what was actually said, who said it, when you said it, and it's going to come out your mouth too. Because that's the best place for it to come out of. Because that's, you the one what said it. Okay? And since you the one that said it, we're going to definitely get it from your mouth. Okay? Okay. Hold on. Let's get it straight.
Get y'all together. It is 7:02, y'all. We getting ready to get
this at Phaedra's event.
I'm gonna lock the doors because
this is at Phaedra's event. This is the first time that we get any story from Angela concerning Marcus and whoever down to the JuneBug. Okay, listen carefully to Angela's first story. Because much like with the situation with Giselle when she was lying on Chris Bassett, the story changes ever so slightly. Every time she tell it, they got a little tweak to it. Okay?
Y'all got the message. Yeah. Portia's not going to be here, but I'm going to wait till afterwards to talk about that. Drew said she was going to be running play.
And I just noticed something too. Now, when it comes to the Portia not being there because Londy passed, now Phaedra was trying to cover for Shamea, and I guess not to embarrass Shamea by saying that, of course, Shamea knew about it. Shamea didn't know. Because right there, when Phaedra said, well, Portia's not going to be here, and I tell y'all about it, Shamea's face was like, she didn't know Portia wouldn't be there. Had she known Londy had passed, she wouldn't have been shocked that Portia wasn't there. She was shocked that Portia wasn't coming because Portia ain't called her to tell her nothing. Not saying she had to, but Phaedra tried to clean it up so I guess so Shamea wouldn't be embarrassed. But Shamea ain't know nothing. That's all right. Let's keep going.
Go on, because the doors will be locked. Okay, let me go back. I had opened my event to the public, and with
Bianca, you crazy.
Fans and people and just random people that RSVP to come.
So the thing about
and then for Kelly, people and random people to not have to RSVP to come. Girl, they say your assistant invited that man. So is it people and random people that just showed up because it was open to the public? Or was this indeed the man that your assistant, Lamont, invited to come there? Plus, why was you toasting with him if he was a random person? Plus, when Angela brought him on last night's episode, why did you say, oh, it's you? Random people open to the public. Okay. Hey, Queen V. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think Phaedra told her that man name at all. We're going to get to that because that part of the story changed too.
That is, I did my own research to find out who it was. Because I have people who do not play about me.
I have people who do not play about me. So somebody went found out who he was. I want y'all to pay attention. I have people who do not play about me. How did we get to, by the time it's the season finale, Phaedra gave you the name? I'll wait.
And with that becomes fans and people and just random people that RSVP to come.
So the thing about that is I did my own research to find out who it was. Because I have people who do not play about me.
I did my own research. I have people who do not play about me. Did you do your research, or were there people who don't play about you, or did Phaedra give you the name? You see?
That's right. Or my husband, they decided to pay him a visit. And what I found out is that he was paid to be there.
He was paid to be there. She said that. Is that not what she said? Is that not what she said? Didn't she say that?
He did give us a description of the gentleman told him to be there.
The description of the gentleman who told him to be there. Okay. That's what she said. I can't make myself sound like that. Y'all know I can impersonate some voices, but I can't do her voice. I'm not capable of doing her voice. She said the gentleman that told him to be there. That's what she said. She said that. She said that. That's what she said. Oh, yeah. But then we get this. Hold on. Not that one. Is this the one? Mm-mm. No, that ain't the one. Where's the one I need? Because this one I need that this stuff she put out. Mm-mm. No, I want all of it, honey. Mm-mm. Don't Will say this.
Did she pay you? Or is it like, did she pay you to do it? Or is it just like, I just do this? Oh, that was just messy. Messy. One thing I'm a lie on your feelings. Did she pay you? Or is it like, did she pay you to do it? Or is it just like, I just do this? Like, I just do this. I just do this. That's you.
I'm just saying.
People to play with to pay him a visit. And what I found out is that he was paid to be there.
He was paid to be there. Did she pay you? Pay me? No, she ain't pay me.
Search to find out who he was. And because I have people who do not play about me or my husband, they decided to pay him a visit. And what I found out is that he was paid to be there.
What I found out was he was paid to be there.
Or is it like, did she pay you to do it? Or is it just like, I just do this? That was just messy.
So how we gonna get past that? How we gonna get past that? How we gonna get past that? See, this is why I keep saying nobody should bother me when I tell y'all I don't like any of these women. Let's keep going. So, in that first scene over there at Phaedra's event with the fur coats, the faux fur, the real fur, the fox fur, all of that, right? What we found out She say some people that loved her, track this dude down because people don't play back them. Say he was paid to be there. He was paid to be there. Said he was approached by a gentleman and described him. Kelly pretended she didn't know nothing about the man being there, even though he's claiming he was invited by your assistant Lamont. We saw you toasting with this man, and we saw you act like you recognized him real good when he walked up at Angela's event in the finale. Okay. Now, in the finale preview, we saw the scene with him and his friend Alex, the same one he got that messy, dingy, dirty, musky podcast with, sitting to the table with Angela and Drew. And she talking about, give me a name, say a name, give me a name. And we see him slide a phone. We don't know what's on the phone. We don't know if it's a copy of the email inviting him. We don't know what was on the phone, because what the hell could be on the phone? What could be on the phone? Because we heard him at the finale saying that he was at Phipps Plaza and Phaedra dropped off an envelope with information. What envelope could be in the information, and you claiming you got a restaurant and the man walked into it? So what was the envelope? What was in it? And why would it be on the phone? Did you take a picture of the envelope with your phone and that's what you passed to Angela? Okay. So then the Carlos King interview, we just heard that. What did she say on there? She said it was Phaedra. Do I need to go back to that too? What she said about that? The person said, she bluntly said it was Phaedra. She said the guy told her it was Phaedra. And she said, I felt like she would come for me, and did, because a former housewife said it, but I'm gonna keep quiet, unless she want to come forward. Okay, that's what she said. And we're gonna hear her say this because I want to take you somewhere else, because we're gonna get into all of it, since these people just can't be honest, and I don't know why.
Do that. She's not gonna come for you. I was just like, it just makes sense. I felt like she would. And I wasn't wrong.
Season 16, that Charles is still cheating on you.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah.
And you know this because
of the person she used to start the rumor told me it was her.
Do you believe this person telling you the truth?
Yes, he had a lot to lose if he did.
She said he bluntly said it was Phaedra. Okay? That's what she said.
If cameras are rolling when Phaedra walked up.
Now, she said he said it was her, but I want y'all to listen to this recording that she put out. And it don't sound just right. Listen.
You guys together.
Hey, Quasia.
And okay, but I don't know if that can help me. Okay, so she knows you. It needs to be I see you with her.
I don't know if that can help me. It needs to be I see you with her. What do you mean it needs to be? Either it happened or it didn't. Why do you need it to be? It's either true or it's not. Let's run that back.
Help me. Okay, so she knows you. It needs to be I see you with her. And
needs to be I see you with her, and she cut it off so we couldn't hear what else was said. No problem, right? Then, because these are all internet leaks, her and this man is feuding online, because now he's saying that he never told her it was Phaedra. That's what he said. I didn't make that up. I don't even know this man. I'm just tired of these people lying all the goddamn time. I'm tired. Y'all should be tired too. And so the stuff he was leaking was the screenshots between him and Drew, where Drew is saying one thing on the show in front of the camera, but the screenshots show something different. Okay, hold on. I'm just tired. Like, I'm really over the lies. I'm tired of these people. All they do is lie. lie, 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 lie. And it don't stop. And to be honest, y'all should be tired of it too. Sick of it. And enough of it. Okay, here we go, because we're going to pull them screenshots up. Said mistaken say she tired too. Quasia, how you been, girl? It's been a long time. Okay. So let's get to the messages between him and Drew. Because we sat on that show last night and we heard Drew say one thing on that screen, but then it was something different on these screenshots. So we're going to look at the screenshots and then we're going to go back and listen to what Drew said was said. Okay? So this is where we see Drew, which my thing is this. Why would Angela have Drew be the one invite this man? Unless her and Drew were both, this was a package deal. Both of them was taking cues from Kenya. This how you know they was both in on this. It wasn't just Angela. They was both in on this. So Drew sent him the invitation online, said Angela would like me to invite you to this tonight. Hope you can make it out. He said, I'll be there as long as you and Angela have my back and let me have a beverage before y'all read me. So see, on the show, we heard Drew say, oh yeah, he coming. He just said, have my back. Right? And I told him, just tell the truth and we got your back. This man said, I'll be there as long as you and Angela have my back and let me have a beverage before y'all read me. So y'all was sitting up here planning to have this scene where you were going to read him and whatever. And I think that's why her read to Phaedra fell flat, because he got up and walked out and she didn't have time to really, to act that one out, because he left. He got, I think he got shook because Phaedra was like not bending. Like, I'm not bending. Okay? When in Rome said this random man has Drew and Angela number and was calling and texting them, get this crap. Girl, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because who the hell told them to be reaching out to this man? They had already sat down with him and they made an arrangement. And so Drew is messaging him and she invited him and we saw him come there. Y'all, hold on. So anywho, this is after he said, yeah, Drew was holding his hand because they was all working together. Yep, Drew, Angela, and Kenya set it up. Exactly, when and wrong. So what did Drew say she said on the show? She tells Angela, yeah, I told him, you just tell the truth and we gonna have your back. That ain't what Drew said. Drew said, me and you, heavy on the beverage. Laughing emoji. We got your back. Where's the just tell the truth and we got your back? That's what Drew said. She said. That's what Drusilla claimed she said. Then she messaged back around 9:21, hey, what's your ETA? Because they all there waiting on him. And then he say, Uber said, just got here and said, I'm 17 minutes away. I'm a bit nervous. She said, meet you at the bar. Stay right outside the gala room. What drink would you like? He said, Tito's and cranberry. I'm 4 minutes away. She say, okay, got you. He said, I'm here. She say, hold tight right outside the doors of the event. So again, they set this garbage up. They set this up. And like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight. Y'all got faves. I don't like none of them hoes. If you really want to get it going, I can, y'all know. I can do a roll call and tell you why I don't like each and every one of them and when I stop liking them. Okay? Some of them from the very beginning, some of them later on. Yep, Tito's and cranberry. That's what he said. But then when you get to the episode, that ain't what Drew said. Hold on. Because let's listen to what this line hooker said. Because she ain't said that part. She ain't said that part. Hold on. See, I'm irritated by the fact that we got to constantly fact check their lies because they think it's cute to just lie all the time for no reason. They think it's cute to lie for no reason, so we got to constantly fact check. Listen, they the one brought him there, so get a Negro his Tito's and cranberry. You brought him there to do a performance for you. Buy him his Tito's and cranberry. Hell, you wanted him there. I don't like him, but y'all brought that bottom feeder up in there. Now that's how I feel. Let's get to this event. Hold on. It's queuing up right now. So, again, the real corny, campy, awkward stunts. This is Kenya stuff. Kenya got her hands all over this. Kenya Moore got her hands all over this. She really do. This is pitiful. Hold on. It's still queuing up, y'all. My bad. Divine Miss M, I believe her and her basement husband is a storyline. I absolutely believe that. You say her whole life is RHOA, that's why she going crazy over there in the empty. Hey, I ain't gonna talk about it. I know everybody need their check. Ain't nobody above needing a check because we ain't none of us rich like that. We not Oprah or Gail. We need to check.
Where's Angela? Other one. Okay. That's what you say. Hey, lady. What time are you guys coming?
This Drew.
Getting ready to get in my car right now. Okay. Drew and I met with Marcus.
Charles has been in my restaurant twice with another woman.
Okay, so when was it?
Probably June.
You're a liar. You're a bad liar. We picked up on the bullshit immediately. My husband was coaching in the Big Three. He was on national television at the time. I know Marcus didn't act alone, and I know there's more to the story. He just said, you hopes we have his back. And I was like, just tell the truth. We got your back. You guys need to tell me.
Just tell the truth. We got your back. That ain't what happened. We just saw your text messages, Drew. That ain't what you said. Drew stay getting outed by a text message. You lied on your basement husband, and he exposed you with text messages. You lying on this situation here because y'all in cahoots, and he done outed you with text messages. Then I still have questions about Messy Marcus because he claimed that he do have the video from the restaurant. Hold on. But then when we get down to the mess with Phaedra, when Phaedra finally get her name brought up in it, before they took us to the JuneBug, well, after they took us down to the JuneBug, Angela tells us Phaedra gave me the information. So I'm like, okay, you said it's some people that don't play by us. I was investigating. We found him. He described the man. Then it turns into Phaedra gave me the man name and where he worked. Hey, Morgan's Musings, where you been, girl? So I'm confused, girl. I'm confused because you're not telling the truth. I'm not confused about whether you're telling the truth or not, because I know you're not. I'm confused as to which story you want us to consider. Messy Marcus claimed that it was a PI. Let's get what he said for those of y'all who missed that. Right. What story she want us to believe is the truth? Which one? Where they at? Here they go. Let's go on and pull them up.
He comes over and was like, I just let her know that Charles be in the restaurant all the time with another woman. So, like, literally, me and Marcus are over in the corner, like, chitty-chit-chatting.
Also, too, let me say this, y'all. I'm in lightweight. Alcohol is not my friend.
Marcus can only do beer and wine.
I can only do beer and wine.
If you give Marcus anything outside of beer and wine, a half a glass and he is acting full.
So we had 2 margaritas before we got there.
And I did not know this about Marcus prior to that. Because, like, Marcus always just has like a glass of wine or a beer, so I just assume like, oh, 2 margaritas. I'm just like, so what's 2 margaritas?
Yes.
2 margaritas, some champagne, and a shot of rum later. We were cheersing. If your name won't Angela, so.
Say the entire room.
What is the silence? I don't know how they played that thing. That's what I was saying. Everybody right at you.
That was them claiming that Charles heard him. I don't believe he heard him. Or maybe he did, and he was just like, why would you bring him in here after he done already did that? I don't know. I can't. At this point, I don't trust nobody, not even Charles. But
literally, I'm just like gagged. Kelly is gagged. The audience is gagged. The housewives are gagged. Everybody's just gagged. And Marcus is just sitting there, long ass arms doing his toast. And then next thing I know, Kelly's security guard is ushering him out of the door. And he also made a bit of a scene being ushered out. But they didn't. No, I don't know him. That was gagged because she and that Marcus, I'm going to stay in here. So I'm texting Marcus like, hey, stop telling them we know each other. Because I'm going to stay in here and figure out what's going on.
Correct.
So, I mean, nothing really happened. Y'all saw kind of what happened actually after Marcus got kicked out, which was really her being like, this is not the type of space for that, blah, blah, blah. I bought some of her chicken and waffle mix or something. And that shit was nasty, and I want my $20.
I don't like him.
It was okay. Yeah, it was okay. Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much how it happened.
It was.
He was just like, well, no. I mean, he was like, I just thought she should know. And I was like, well. And then, let me tell you guys, Marcus was also like.
So that's his friend Alex talking, and Marcus is talking with him. And he's saying that he was like, why the hell would you do that? And he's saying Marcus was like, I just thought she should know. And somehow I believe that he did that for attention. And then Angela was like, ooh, I got a plot. Now that's what I'm thinking. I don't want to think she started this from the beginning with a plot, but it could be. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Also, I'm going to help Kelly promote this restaurant. He was like, they're not going to put this scene in here. So he was like, let me. I didn't say that.
This is a job. This is a business. This is everything.
It's everything.
They film 5 days a week.
Had Marcus not chosen that 30-second flashback in her package introducing her at the beginning of the season, because they would have been ended the season in Grenada because nothing else happened outside of all of the shit that all of the chaos that we caused. So y'all. So I mean, hey, he got kicked out. That Pond City Market is like a co-working minding her own goddamn business, and Marcus was just talking her ear off. Child, when Marcus got that telling that woman her story, and she whipped over her business card, whatever, with NBC Universal, I was like, oh my God. Where?
So that's when he lets us know that when he left out of the venue, Williams Sonoma, over there with Kelly and them, that an exec from maybe production, I don't know, but NBC Universal gave him her card. That's when I was like, yeah, production was really up to something with this. And he had already said something about that he thought he was supposed to film some additional scenes or whatever, but they ended up not doing it. So let's take a look at that. 1 second. Let's go on and get it pulled up. Okay. Let me share the screen. This is the one that Deborah Randall was talking about. Now I hope y'all can see this good. Sadly mistaken. I hope Kenya does make it back on there. That lady need her check like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So look, he says, cute outfit I had planned to wear on the additional episodes we had to plan this season. The episodes we had to plan this season on RHOA. We were supposed to be a 20 episode season, but I guess Angela Oakley asked Angela Oakley why that didn't happen. So he is claiming he was supposed to get some extra scenes out of it. So he literally was trying to parlay this into something. He was trying to parlay this into something. And do not forget, y'all. Do not forget. Some of y'all will hear, some of y'all not. What he has pinned at the top of his is the information. This video right here, the one I said that I feel like he's threatening Angela with, where you can hear her telling him, coaching him on how to do what he need to do. Okay. Just do it. Be authentic. Do it in a way that you're protected and I'm protected. I'm gonna just tell y'all that don't sound good. Like, if I'm being honest, that doesn't sound good. It don't sound good. Because my thing is, it's either you want him to tell the truth or you don't. Why does he need to try to make it sound any kind of way? Hey, vet, why does he need to make it sound any kind of way? And what do you mean, say it in a way that you protected and I'm protected? What the hell does that even mean, Angela? See, this is what I'm saying. It's giving me Giselle Bryant tease when, when the story just keep taking on a life of its own. When he told the story, you had a private detective to track him down and get his info, and then you send in cousins or goons or whoever. Then you turn around and first you said it was people who just don't play about y'all. After you said you did investigation, but people don't play about y'all, and we not the people you want to mess with. Child, which people? Because your husband don't seem to care at all. This is you that care. We heard you talking to your therapist, and we saw Uncle Charles' reaction at that gala. That man ain't studying this, and he done told you, he done made it clear. If you know he ain't did nothing, why you doing all this? It's not adding up. And then the whole June thing don't even really jive, because the messy dude Marcus is saying, because Alex was the one that was like, I think around June. Now he's saying, well, we looked at the date on the surveillance stuff and it was actually in May. So we misspoke. Angela, and I hope somebody go repeat that I said something, or anybody said something. I hope somebody with a brain get to her. Because I was told by the old women who raised me, if you look for mess, you're going to find it, okay? And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I believe in marriage. I respect marriages. The Lord love marriage, okay? If you love your husband and you know you're going to stay with your husband and y'all working through whatever's going on, stop looking for mess, Angela. I was told if you look for mess, you're going to find it. And something about this Marcus character says anything he got that's going to dig in your heart about your man, he going to touch you at your heartstring. He going to touch your heart with some dirt. I advise you, girl, stop looking for stuff. It's like she trying to disprove it so hard that she going to end up proving something to herself and she not going to like. She not going to like it. She not going to like it. Because at the end of the day, even the fact that he talking about alluding to the fact that he knows the girl that he was with and they might just bring her on their podcast. Listen, stop looking for mess. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, that this one just made all of it up, right? Just to get attention, just to get on the camera. Y'all played into it, brought him into a stunt or whatever, right? Listen. Y'all, excuse me, my throat is really giving me a fit. But what if in the middle are you doing all this mess on social media? One of the women he really messing with come out the bushes. If you know you're not finna leave that man, stop looking for mess before you find it. Stop looking for mess before you find it. Leave it alone. You know you're not going nowhere. So why are you hurting yourself? That's all I'm saying. And that go for any woman. Because I don't believe in telling women to leave their marriages. No way. Whatever you in, if you like it, I love it. I didn't put you together, and I don't believe in advising women to leave their husbands. Okay? If you know that's not that's not a deal breaker for you, you're gonna work through your marriage no matter what. Girl, work through your marriage on your own. I'm not even of the mindset that if he does it, he gonna keep doing it. We don't know that. Only God knows. If he doing that or has done that and it's still bothering you, girl, pray. You don't know how to pray? Pray. It's been many women that have prayed and God changed them no good men. So pray. All this getting online, setting up stunts because you need to prove to the world that he ain't doing whatever. Baby, listen. You love your husband. That's clear. It looked like you don't plan on leaving. Stop looking for mess before you find it. If another heifer come out the bushes and now she, feel emboldened because she can see that you shook and you insecure, then you got more mess because you're still not going to leave. But now you're going to be at the house acting up with him because you done found out something you went looking for. And let me tell you something else about men. Look at him. They not like us. They not loyal like us. You may stay with him through all that cheating. But if you get to acting up because he cheating, he ain't likely to stay through you acting up. So why tear up your house? Why help them whores in the street tear up your house? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Right, Deborah, you're not wrong. If you dig one ditch, dig two. But I ain't even on the ditch digging. Girl, if you're not leaving your husband, stop looking for mess before you tear up your own house. And that's if one of them come out and put it in your face. That's only if. Because some of them hookers is smart. Some of the husband snatchers is smart. I don't know who need to hear this. Some of them husband snatchers is very smart. Some of them know if they come out and jump in your face and expose themselves, their money get cut off, their fun get cut off, the whole situation get cut off. So they'll stay quiet. But that won't stop her from doing everything she can to try to get a baby out your husband. Because she know you insecure. You broadcasting to the world, letting the world know that your home is on shaky ground. Angela, stop. Do not tear up your home with your own hands. Somebody need to tell her. I know her mama going on to glory, but somebody need to tell her, Angela, in the process of you trying to frame Phaedra and trying to make this big goofy stunt that I believe Kenya done helped you concoct. Angela, don't you tear up your house with your own hands. I'm not saying that the man might not have cheated in the past. I'm not going to say he might not be cheating now. Lord only knows. Him and the Lord know, and whatever else, right? But the other parts of him, apparently to you, the good outweigh the bad. So if this is the man that you want, this is the man that you believe that the Lord has sent to be king and priest over your home, why are you about to tear up your house over something that you know you're not even prepared to leave over? Angela, stop. And ain't nobody telling her the truth. You up here telling 50 different lies, coming up with stunts and stories and stuff. Do you know men don't like messy women? Do you know that same man that you being messy over will use that as an excuse to skate on you? All I'm saying, do not tear up your house. And that go for anybody. If you a married woman, you a young married lady, and you in here, if your mama ain't told you, let auntie tell you, okay? If you know you're not leaving, stop doing all that stuff. Stop looking for mess. You know you ain't going nowhere. What you looking for mess for? Stop it. All you gonna do is hurt your feelings. And see, a lot of times younger women ain't even quick enough to know to see it and don't see it. The minute they see it, you got to blow up. You got to have a reaction. See, Big Mama and them and our older aunties, they would see stuff and not see it. They could keep quiet, tuck it in their back pocket for another day. But see, younger women ain't learned that part yet. Y'all see something, say something. Instead of seeing it and wait. Then when you're ready to do something, if you're ready to do something, then you say something. Sometimes as a wife, when you start talking, you literally helping that woman outside your house that want to take over your house. Don't help them. You on national TV telling people that you didn't listen to your husband and lost all that money. If he is messing up, don't you think for 1 minute that them whores out there in the street ain't marking that down? So she could try to pretend to be everything you not. That's not how they go. Some of these husband snatchers is good at what they do. And I really want somebody to, and mind you, I don't like Angela, but I don't like the idea of you tearing up your home. You have children with this man. You have a home with this man. You have a marriage with this man. Angela, it ain't worth it. And this mess you pull, setting up stunts, lying on another black woman, that ain't cute either. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't care what's going on. When that messy man came to talk to you about your husband, you should have cussed him out in public. You should have made a grand affair of cussing him out where he stood. You are a married woman. Why would you let anybody walk up on you to tell you about your husband? I don't understand it. Maybe I'm thinking too old. I'm not new enough to think like that. Because you're not gonna walk up on me and tell me nothing about Papa. I ain't hired no babysitter. Don't come tell me nothing. I ain't watching no man for you. Don't watch no man for me. Nina say facts. It worked for Shara 7 Sprinkle. She called her husband's wife at the time. These heifers is crafty. Cheryl was the mistress for almost 5 years. See, I don't know her, but that's what they'll do. They'll sometimes the women on the outside will do little slick stuff just to make sure you know about it, because they want you to blow up and act up, because they know that man ain't gonna have no patience with that. They could be the one that hurt you and caused you to act up. They not gonna have no patience with that. They will use an excuse. They'll use it as an excuse to run off and be laid up with that same woman that you upset about. Right, Angie girl. She don't know she might be gifting another woman her husband. She better sit down somewhere. Don't you tear up your house, Angela. Trying to show out for a TV show or because you embarrassed because somebody accused him of something. You was supposed to cuss that little messy boy out. Stay out of his face is what you were supposed to do. Antoinette say Angela told Charles that she was doing it to clear his name. She low-key wanted to embarrass him. No, that's not what she was doing. She wanted to change the narrative because she felt embarrassed. Because she said she wanted to clear his name. Then she said, well, I want to clear my name. And he was like, if we ain't in handcuffs, then our names is clear. This is what she doing. This is about how she feel on the inside. And I understand. I understand because everything around us blames women for the man's shortcomings. If you don't believe me, just look at the news. Men do something raggedy, they blame the woman. If the man cheat, it's the woman's fault. Oh, her husband cheating, key. What the hell that got to do with her? He the one cheating. He the one laying up with people, not her. Not her. Let the man be stealing or something. Oh, your husband a thief. Why are you bothering her? She ain't stole nothing. Y'all know how it go. So I understand why Angela felt like she felt. It's just the way that she handled it was all wrong. And if I'm right about what I'm thinking, which is Kenya was, advising her from the outside, she shouldn't listen to Kenya. Kenya tore up her own marriage. Why would you listen to her? Child, please. Kenya tell you something to have you single right next to her. Single is fine if you want to be single, but single is not fine if you want your marriage. And that's my thing with Angela. Like, girls, what you doing? As mad as her husband got at that finale, it ain't worth it. And he'll say, right, keep quiet. You can get you some good gifts and guilt miles out of keeping stuff to yourself. Sure can. You mess around and tear up your house, and that man will be right over there paying bills at that woman's house like he was paying bills at yours. Hey, Delicia. Sadly mistaken, say, right. Whatever woman he may be dealing with knows Charles just like Angela does. I doubt he messing with 30-something. He messing with somebody for peace and quiet, not for sex at his age. But that too, they still be out there hunching and stuff. Like they think they're young boys. They do. Okay, listen, blessed woman of God. We got to keep it real around here. Don't tear up your house, and surely don't mess around and whatever you suspect this man are doing, end up pushing him out there to that heifer that's trying to pull him out your house in the first place. Don't do that. Especially after that mess that just went on with them houses. I was sitting there like, ooh, Angela, no. So she act like Charles ain't gonna find out about all her messiness. Right. That was my thing. You messing one thing and then you gonna do it right in front of this man. That's a mistake. Say, Nitra, I wish Angela could hear your sound advice. I wish she could too. I wish somebody would sit her down and tell her, don't you tear your house up. You got children with this man. You got a marriage with this man. You got a home with this man. Them children need their daddy in the house. And you know you're not ever planning to leave because of no cheating. So stop this. Phaedra did try to tell her to ignore that man. And I said that. And that's the funny part. Phaedra actually tried to give it to her blood raw. She ain't listen. Instead, she went and tried to set up a stunt on the lady. Quasia say, don't sit on the sidelines and share in the foolery. That's not loyalty. When the camera's off, she's on her own. I don't understand why I sit on the sidelines. You know what I'm saying. You know it wasn't no real marriage or whatever, but I'm saying you can't listen to Kenya. Kenya run the men off like she got a starter pistol. Like somebody saying, ready, set, go. Pow. Because everybody mess with Kenya. Take off running. So that's not who you listen to. Amanda said exactly. She was worried about how she would look if she stayed with him after cheating again. There you go. She gonna mess around and let her ego mess up her house. And it's not worth it. It is not. I'm not saying that he's innocent of anything. I don't know what he's doing. Like I said, he know and the Lord know, right? But even if he is, apparently, for Angela at least, the good outweighs the bad. So if the good outweighs the bad and you want to hold on to your good, girl, keep the bad to yourself. And don't let people run up in your face telling you nothing about your husband. I mean, I just don't know another way to say it. Showglow say Angela need to get off TV and heal. If she stay on TV, she need to do like Heavenly and say her marriage not for sale. I would advise her to do that. It ain't much to hellishly say that I agree with, but she sure need to listen to her on that one. Don't let them people drag your marriage. They drug her marriage all season long, and it was production that did it. They over there in Barbados, she calling, he missed a call. They keep filming her calling and him not answering like it's funny. That's all I'm saying. Like, just, I don't know how she can spend this, because this is embarrassing. But it's people online is, dumb for no reason. Oh, I still think it was Phaedra. I'm like, really? After all of us going down to the JuneBug, this what y'all going with? That's when people are volunteers. You're not even a victim of the lies no more. You volunteering. Deborah said, I was talking about Angela trying to set up Phaedra, and folks out there singing her praises and dragging Phaedra out. Right. Like, what are you singing her praises for? Lying on another sister? Because you got embarrassed? It's disgusting. That's disgusting. Nina GZ say facts. Push him out. Push him out the house to the other woman. That's what they thank you. That's what'll happen. If he's gonna get the grief, he might as well get the gravy. Some people accuse him so much that they put the cheatation in their head. They don't put it in their head. They be wanting to do it, already doing it anyway. They just blame y'all and tell y'all they doing it because you accused them. Don't y'all fall for that. Men don't be doing nothing but lying. Oh, the sidelines where the husband snatchers at. Yeah, that's where they sitting, waiting on you to tear up your house. Because they be done tried to tear up your house and was unsuccessful. So now they wait for you to tear it up. She don't know that one of the husband snatchers ain't sent that boy, and he just not giving her up. We don't know that, because he did say on his little messy podcast over here on YouTube, he alluded to the fact that he know the girl that Charles was with. You don't know that woman ain't sent that boy to do that, to make Angela jump up out her spot so that hoe can take her spot. All I'm saying, y'all better peep game. These husband snatchers are crafty. They are crafty. And if that's his home girl, he ain't gonna never give her up. He allowing everybody. He'll be done said the cat in the hat did it. And little pistol starter sent him or something. Ain't no telling what the hell he'll say. He ain't gonna give up his home girl. If what he's alluding to is true, then that's who sent him. The uncle said that's true. I wonder what really going on that Kenya can't keep a man is actually sad. Yeah, because you could tell she want to be with somebody. If she wanted to be on her own, wonderful. But I'm just saying, like, they take off running from Kenya, and I don't know what that is. Antoinette said Charles was really trying to shut Marcus down. He walked away like Portia. I don't know about the mama issues. I don't know, because hey, we haven't had an opportunity to actually like see a relationship with her. Right. Drew's marriage in shambles, and so was Kenya's. That is not who Angela need to be listening to, man. Yep. Mark crazy as hell. The fact that Kenya couldn't see that shows a lot about her. It does. And that's another case of a very beautiful lady. I don't know. Maybe it's something she say to him. Or, you never know. You just never know. It does. It does take more than looks to keep them. But mind you, let me tell you something, honey. Once you get in them 50s, it ain't that hard to keep them. It shouldn't be, unless you're dating children. If you dating your men your age and older in your 50s, it don't. It don't take all that, baby. No. It don't. You can't do a lot of foolishness, but it don't take a whole lot. That's why I say something ain't right. I don't know whether it's, she get to acting up and running up people's blood pressure and stressing them out. I don't know what she's doing. Something ain't right. I can tell you that. But one thing for sure, I do believe in my heart of hearts, Kenya Moore still has her fingerprints all over this program. All over it. Everywhere. And I think that she decided she was going to be, the Lord of Darkness behind the curtain, when Angela and Drew jumped in and had her back, and Portia didn't, and Shamea didn't, and Kelly was over there, we suspect, trying to get her fired, I think that's when she decided she was going to help Drew and Angela. And I think that's what we're looking at. I think that's why we got dropped off down to the JuneBug. Because y'all know Kenya come up with cheesy stunts. This got Kenya written all over it. Now that's my take. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat or in the replay comments. I'm finna go. My head is hurting. I have not eaten anything. I'm gonna figure something out because I don't feel well enough to stand up and cook nothing. But I'm finna get off of here. I done gossip, then I need to go be quiet. Okay? So in the meanwhile, if you did not hit the like button on the way in, please make sure you hit the so that way you'll get notifications even if YouTube don't send them to you. Okay, subscribe if you haven't already because you know we're happy to have you here. If you want to join channel membership, we got a join button beneath the video and a membership link on the description box. In the description box, we also have the link for my Amazon wish list. We have the link for my book, which is also on Amazon, Little Girl, Big World. If you type my first name in, Seanitra, everything I have on Amazon will pop up. We got the storefront, the merchandise store links are there, all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm hopping off. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. If you're going to bed, good night. Say your prayers, dreams. And remember, in case no one else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all again soon, okay?